Hey sparkly beings, welcome back to my channel. Today we have about a 15-minute sequence and it's more kind of a yin class but abbreviated, so not for as long as you would be in the postures in yin class, but definitely still in various more reclining postures throughout this whole sequence. And so this is more to kind of reground your nervous system, get into some deeper fascial tissue, and also to help with your postural alignment. So we will be using some props. So you'll want to have blocks because those would be more necessary, especially towards the end. You're welcome to use little foam blocks. If you are interested in getting deeper into your fascial tissue, I definitely recommend getting some hardier blocks. So something made out of like wood or cork. We are also working with the 4-count breath. So if that's triggering for you at any point, then go ahead and let that go. You don't have to do it, but it does help relax your parasympathetic nervous system, which allows you to get a little deeper into the stretches. It'll allow you to benefit from them more because they're a little bit more intense in terms of a little bit more of a back bend and a little deeper into the tissue. And so it could kind of exacerbate you initially. And I just want to remind you to breathe deeply and relax into the posture instead of like seizing your whole body up, because that defeats the whole purpose. And that is why we have the 4-count breath. So at any time during this practice, you're more than welcome to breathe with 4-count in mind. Also, if you didn't have blocks, you could try to use pillows or something or rolled up towels, and that might still help get you into some kind of structural alignment that's similar, but it won't be as beneficial because you won't have the actual pressure into that fascial tissue in the same way. That being said, whenever you're ready, join me on your mat.
Begin with me seated on your mat. Get into a nice easy seat. So the base of your foot on the inside of your right thigh and the base of your other foot on the outside of your left knee. Or you can mirror me. And roll your shoulders down and back. Get nice and long through your spine. Option to close your eyes here and take some deep breaths. Inhale from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. And through the crown of your head to the base of your spine. Feeling your body rise and fall on each breath. Now focus with me on your breath count. We'll do 4 in, 4 out. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. And normalize your breath. So from here, I just want you to really get nice and rooted into your sit bones and really feel your body where it's at in space. Inhale, lengthen through your spine to the crown of your head. Exhale to the base of your spine. We're going to do a few little Sufi rolls here. So we're going to inhale, move towards the left or your right. Heart goes open in the front. And on your exhale, you're going to round your chin to your chest and round your navel to your spine. Inhale, open through your heart. Rotating forward. Exhale, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, chin to chest, navel to spine. Now we're going to switch directions. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, chin to chest, navel to spine. Really slow and controlled and mindful. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, chin to chest. The more intentional we are with our movements, the easier it is to control. And chin to chest. Back to center. Go ahead and tent your right fingers on the mat. I'll move these blocks. You will need them. So tent your right fingers on the mat, nice and long through your right arm. Inhale, raise your left arm out and up. Exhale, let your ear come to your left shoulder, and maybe try to clasp your ear on the right side of your head. And just breathe into the space of your neck. Breathe into the top of your arm. A nice shoulder stretch here. Inhale, raise your arm back up. Exhale, left hand down to the mat. This time tip your left fingers. Inhale, raise right arm out and up. Exhale, drift your right ear to your right shoulder and let your hand clasp your ear or somewhere near it. Lengthen through your spine. Breathe into the space. You should feel a nice good stretch in the top of your traps, the side of your neck, where the base of your skull meets your neck. And just breathe into that space. Option to come back to the 4 breath count. One more breath here. And exhale, release. Do a few shoulder rolls here, so hands on your knees, shoulders forward and back, and reverse directions. All right, inhale here, exhale, right hand behind you as much as you can. Inhale to lengthen through your spine and exhale to gaze behind you. Inhale, left arm comes out and up. Exhale, X your left arm over to your right knee and do a little bit deeper of a twist. Inhale to lengthen, exhale possibly to deepen, and or honor where you're at here. One more breath. And exhale back to center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So take your left hand and place it behind you as close to your sit bones as you can. Straighten through that arm, straighten through that elbow. Inhale here to lengthen through your spine, and exhale, gently start to gaze over your left shoulder. And then inhale here and cross your right hand over to your left knee. Lengthen through your spine and let that give you a little deeper of a twist. So inhale to lengthen, exhale to potentially deepen. Honor where you're at. Both sides of your body are going to be a little bit different. One more breath here. And exhale back to center. Go ahead and do a few shoulder rolls, once again, front to back, and then back to front, just resetting yourselves. All right, so we're going to do one more posture here before we start to get into our blocks. So actually, I just want to make sure that you can see as much as you need to see of the postures. So go ahead and sit to the length of your mat. Sit nice and tall through your spine. Take the base of your wrists and place them at your hips. And really press in and root through your arms here. And we're going to activate and flex into our feet here. So we're in staff pose and everything here is very active. Your core is engaged, your triceps, biceps, pecs are all active here. Hamstrings, quads, shins, calves, and gently release. Inhale, raise both arms out and up. On your exhale, place your palms somewhere ahead of you, wherever that is for you. Inhale here to lengthen through your spine, and exhale, gently hinge from your hips. Do your best to keep a flat back here. You can also bend into your knees a little to create more space for you to move forward. If you can, grab the outer edges of your feet, great. If not, that's also okay. Inhale here to lengthen through your spine, and exhale, gently fold forward, maybe a little more deeply. Just honor where you're at. Breathe into the back of your neck. Breathe behind your shoulder blades, bringing awareness and intention to your stretch. One more breath here. And inhale to rise. Roll your shoulders down and back. And now we'll get into the blocks. So Ideally, you have nice sturdy blocks. First, we're going to actually start with one block, and you're going to place it such as this, but we're going to be lying on it. So the bottom of the block, or the top of the block, is right under your ribs, okay? So make sure that you have that placement when you go to lie on it. This is getting into your deep myofascial tissues, into your stomach. So what you want to do is bend into your elbows, place both hands on one another, and place your forehead on the back of your hands. You're going to inhale and you press the block away on your inhale. And on your exhale, the block sinks into your stomach. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Bend into your knees, press into your elbows, and guide yourself off of the block as safely as you can. Now we're going to do fish pose. So fish pose, we're going to have the block the long way and on its side, so it's going to be a little taller. And then we're going to take this block and place it not completely as tall. There we go. I knew I was doing something funny. All right, so you're going to have this one just lying down. And you're going to modify as you lay down on your blocks because you want it to have a certain sensation. So the other block is to catch your head. And just get nice and long through your spine, get nice and long through your legs, and gently lower yourself over your blocks. So you're going to need to make some adjustments for sure. So the top of this block should be just right in between your shoulder blades, near the top of your neck. And you might even hear a little pop of your spine going back into place. And then your head is just resting on the block beneath it. And just breathe in here. Option to bring your feet into butterfly or keep them long. Elbows on the ground, hands gently beside your hips. And breathe into the space. Breathe into your heart. We're opening our chest here. This is a nice counter posture for all of the slumping forward that we tend to do as humans. And just breathe into this space. Maybe come back to your 4-count breath. If you need a little deeper of a stretch, you also have the option to remove the block from underneath your head and just let your head dangle and maybe come to the ground. Now that depends on you and your flexibility. For me, talking in this posture is awkward now that I have more length in my neck. But if it suits you, if it feels right, by all means, do what your body is asking. One more breath here. Gently press into your elbows and guide yourself up, back into a nice tall seat. Bend into your knees, round through your spine, and allow your torso to collapse gently over your thighs. Grab the outer edges of your feet. And just breathe into the back of your neck as your chin rests in your chest. Gently rise, inhale. We're going to come into our child's pose. So go ahead and move your blocks out of the way if they're, as mine were. All right, so you want to bring your knees to the width of your mat and your toes together. And you're going to inhale and exhale, lower your torso down between your thighs. Let your heart melt into the earth. Option to have a bolster under your chest, if that feels better for you, if that's too deep, or a block. Does the same. It's a little less comfortable than a bolster because it depends on materials and what it's made of. Mine are cork, so it's not as comfortable as a nice little foam block would be under your chest. And just a few breaths here, breathing through the length of your spine, from the crown of your head to the seat of your spine. On each exhale, feel your hips coming back deeper towards your heels. One more breath here. And gently begin to walk your hands back towards you. And guide yourself back into a nice easy seat to face me. Roll your shoulders down and back, palms towards the sky for receiving. Once again, bring awareness to your sit bones on your mat, the length of your spine, the space between your shoulders and your ears. Scanning your body, comparing it to how it was in the beginning, and come back to our 4-count breath. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Holding space to be here and now in this present moment with your body and your breath. I invite you to set an intention of how you'd like to leave your mat and enter the rest of your day. Inhale, both arms out and up. Press palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center in prayer. Inhale here to lengthen through your spine, and exhale, gently hinge at your hips as you bow to yourself, thanking yourself for this opportunity to reconnect with your mind, body, and spirit. Namaste.
I hope you really got a lot out of that sequence and that you feel a lot more relaxed and open, and that I hope that any of the tension that was in your body initially when you first started is gone. Feel free to come back to the sequence whenever you need to kind of just release some things, especially as it is good for postural alignment. If you've been sitting at a desk for a long period of time, then this would definitely help. All of that being said, just keep moving through your days with your positive energy. And until next time, namaste.